the missing link to it all: training. Believe me when I say, the largest health gap in all first world countries happens to be a lack of training. There's this misconception that training can be either this grueling process that entails similarities to a job you hate on one extreme of the spectrum, and on the other side of the spectrum, it's an absolute pleasure to lift. When in reality, the truth is actually somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. You see, it's not a love or hate relationship. It's actually a love and hate relationship that meets somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. You see, training is just a part of life. And if you're not doing any type of resistance training, then you're simply missing out and doing your body a disservice. Oh, you disagree? Oh, well, let me ask you this, smarty pants. Do you have muscle bellies in between your flesh and bone to support your physical body? If you don't, then I agree with you. But then again, you're probably dying of some serious muscle wasting disease, and I advise you to see a doctor. Or you're some type of creature, or you're not human, and you've somehow gained access to this form of media communication. And I don't understand how you're watching this video right now. Fuck this. Is it gone? See that? Face your fears, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. What I'm trying to simply say is that a life that does not have some form of incorporated resistance training is dangerous. The rules of, if you don't use it, you lose it, do apply to the muscular integrity of your body. And I can think of no greater tragedy than a man or a woman who loses their gains. I mean, it breaks my heart. Sarcopenia is a reality. However, the effects of it don't have to be as drastic as to what you may think. A well-formulated resistance training program will not only impede the effects of muscle degradation, they'll actually reverse it. So where does someone begin? Well, it's super easy, but let me just say that this applies to all men and women. That's right, ladies. So listen up. Okay, so rule number 1, focus on gaining muscle and strength. Gaining muscle and strength are the primary goals of any resistance training program. The reason being is that the more muscle you have, the greater potential you have to gain more strength. The more strength you have, the greater potential you have to gain more muscle. Does that make sense? The reason why you want to gain as much muscle as you naturally can is because muscle gain has a plethora of benefits, such as regulating your hormones, raising your metabolism, and making you feel better about your physical aesthetics. I swear I've only been drinking coffee. But anyways, have you ever heard of anybody bitch about their abs being too shredded or ripped? Or a chick complaining that her ass looks too hot? Funny, either have I. So we're all on the same page. Gaining muscle and strength is a good thing. Moving on to rule number 2, apply progressive overload. Now, the easiest way to gain muscle and strength is to lift the right amount of weight, the right amount of times, without overtraining to the point where excessive recovery is needed. Now, it is imperative to understand that the body is an adaptive mechanism. It will adapt to any training stimulus that is being applied. And since that is the case, an increase in training stimulus has to be applied over time by manipulating either volume, intensity, or frequency, or a combination of any of these three factors. This term is short for VIF, and by manipulating VIF, you are applying progressive overload. Now, if you want more details or more info on how to apply progressive overload by manipulating VIF, then check out my previous video. Link will be in the description box down below. So we now understand that gaining muscle and strength are a good thing, and that the body is an adaptive mechanism, hence why progressive overload must be applied to continue to gain muscle and strength and to prevent or circumvent any type of muscle or bone wasting diseases such as sarcopenia or osteoporosis. Additionally, you'll naturally raise your metabolism and pretty much all your health markers as long as there isn't any type of excessive fat gain with that gain of muscle and strength. Now that you understand that, we can move on to rule number 3. Do compound movements. Compound movements will allow you to move the most amount of weight compared to that of isolation movements. Typically, the more muscles are involved with any type of compound exercise, or multiple muscles involved in any type of exercise, the more weight you'll be able to move. The more weight you're able to move, the more potential you will have to gain muscle and strength. One of the easiest ways to execute a compound exercise is to utilize the main barbell movements, that being the squat, the bench press, the deadlift, the overhead press, and an upper back pulling variation. More on that to come in a bit. All these movements will train your whole body and central nervous system to become stronger. I feel like I've been talking a little too much. Have I lost you guys yet? Give me a second. I need a break. Give me a second. Come on. So you may be asking yourself, why barbell exercises? Now, as simply as I can put it, barbell exercises will give you the best bang for your buck when training at a traditional gym. The main barbell movements will train your whole body. Now, the squat, the bench press, the deadlift, the overhead press will train just about every single muscle in your body. But none of these barbell movements actually train, or they do train, but don't have an emphasis on the upper back muscles. Hence why an upper back pulling variation has to be implemented, such as a barbell row, a metal row, or some type of T-bar row. Fair enough? Moving on to rule number 4, train the way you enjoy. It is not necessary to train the main barbell movements I just stated. Train whichever way is best suited to you. Just ensure to train your whole body, apply progressive overload, and make sure when you are training that you execute each one of your exercises correctly and safely with proper form. So if you want to do a variation of a main barbell movement, have a blast. If you don't want to do any type of barbell movements at all, great. Then do something else, whether it be strongman lifting, whether it be calisthenics, gymnastics, bodybuilding, whatever. It doesn't really matter. As long as you train all the muscles in your body and you have an emphasis on getting stronger or gaining strength in a methodical process that is actually feasible, and you execute all your exercises correctly and safely, you'll be good to go. So that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.
No, man. Why does this keep happening to me?
The fitness industry is as vain and as corrupt as any other scumbag industry on the planet. There are loads of fuckboys and fuckgirls out there that are going to advertise a load of horseshit to you just to get your money. They will promise results and easy gratification solutions that don't really exist. So the next time you hear Slapnuts telling you to take his personalized physique quiz so that he can identify which exercises are best suited to your body type, just ignore that shit.
Hey guys, I got this personalized physique quiz if you want to check it out.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Gosh, man. Fuck! Great. How long have you been standing there? Dude, I don't have any sparkling water, and how the fuck did you get in here? Dude, get out of here and go work on your upper chest. Fucking shit! Guys, don't react the way I just did. Just take care of yourself. Make yourself stronger so that you can take better care of the ones closest to you, the ones that you care for the most. Training is not meant to just make you physically stronger, but stronger in everything that encompasses your life. You can do this. You are worth it. I'm the Natural Hulkster. I want to thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next one. So we're... Fucking pelo me tiene de pinga. It's ridiculous. So where does someone begin? Now, there's this misconception that training can either be this grueling process that you... There's this misconception that What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that a life that... Alright. What I'm trying to say is that a life that's fucking tongue twister of the motherfucking year. What I'm trying to say is that a life that does not have some type of incorporated resistance training is dangerous. The rules of if you don't use it, you lose it, do apply to the muscular integrity of your body. And I can think of no worse I gotta shoot that again. Reason why you want to gain as much muscle as you naturally The reason why you want to gain as much muscle as you naturally can is because of the... Focus, you fucker. Jesus. Will you fucking focus already? Hello? Alright, yeah. Can you see my face? Alright, thanks. Fucking piece of shit. Will you focus, you bitch? God, great. So we now understand that apply progressive overload and... So that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. They will promise you They will promise results and easy gratification solutions